Ben. I wanted to do this for this show.
What's up? We're on? Hey, everybody.
You're on your A game.
Welcome to Home Cooking. We got things getting prepped behind us. What are we making today?
We're making not your grandmother's 7-layer salad.
Not your grandmother's 7-layer salad. So I guess that means it's probably going to be healthy. Hey, Jason Jenkins here with Union Home Mortgage. Wanted to start you off with a market update. You may have seen today the Federal Reserve met, and as they predicted they would do all year, they hiked the national or the overnight lending rate by 0.25%. So I've had a lot of calls already from clients freaking out, thinking that means the mortgage rate went up 0.25% right away. That's not necessarily the case. When you see the Federal Reserve rate, it typically affects consumer lending like credit cards, home equity loans, adjustable rate mortgage. So if you have a mortgage that's an adjustable rate, you'll probably get something from your lender coming up soon that states your rate's going up a little bit. But not a lot happened in the market today with actual interest rates. So things are still good. Interest rates are still below 5%. So everything is good there. I mean, we still have a struggling market as far as low inventory, but it's still a great time to buy. And that's the market update. So you guys ready to roll?
Yeah. Hey, we're ready to rock and roll. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our kitchen. Sorry that we're late. I decided at the last minute to go blonde at the hairdresser, and that took a little longer.
We do appreciate your honesty.
You know, I have to be me, right? So we're really excited today because today you're with the Gordon Group team. We're missing Sana. She's going to fly in. She's running a little late. But does everyone want to go around and introduce yourself and say who you are and what you do for the Gordon Group team?
Oh, do I get to start?
Yep.
My name is Felicia Brooks. I am the team assistant. That's the best way to kind of describe my job title. I also do residential real estate. I'm a licensed realtor, and this is my lovely team.
Do you have an area that you like to specialize in, Felicia?
Well, I sell everywhere, so the sky's the limit with that. But I do favor rural properties like in Middleville, Hastings, Delton, Caledonia, Alto, those kinds of areas.
Hey, can I say something real quick on that though? There was a big announcement today from Rural Development. They upped the income limits.
Oh, they did?
They did.
What's
How much?
I don't know what it is. I just saw it come out right before I came here.
Well, Amanda and I had a question about rural development. We texted you.
And I have something.
We wanted to know if there was a limit to how much you could purchase.
There's not how much you can purchase, but how much you can make. Based on family size. So, you know, I mean,
If
you're
you're 18 or older, your income it takes into account, correct? If you're living in the
Like
home,
Mishta.
like Mishta, or no?
yeah, household income.
So it's
Household
household,
income.
any adult. So you could have an 18-year-old child going to school working part-time. That part-time income will be considered in the approval. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. So that's something that you just said that
The actual income limits for rural development have been raised. I apologize, I don't know if they are because I did not see it yet, but I saw it come out as I came over here. I've got it. I'll send it to you. They sent
We'll
it out to you
post
right before I
it.
came.
We'll post it in the comments when we get done. Jason will post it on there. And
I
let us
do
know what they
know
are.
that in Berry County the income limit is $78,800.
I think Kent's 80.
And this is really funny because my husband and I have been dabbling with the idea of building, and we found a rural development construction loan, and we are outside of the income limit by a hair. So if I knew the amount, I would probably cry.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
we
this
are
is
outside
close
by
to home.
literally $2,000 over a year.
Where are you going? Nick, go
I
ahead.
almost cried.
My name's Nick Stevenson. I'm a licensed realtor, and I'm the newest addition to the team, I believe. And yeah, I specialize in the Ada, Cascade, West Side, Grand Rapids, Easttown, that whole kind of area. And yeah, that's about it for me.
Go ahead.
And I'm Chad Larson, a buyer's agent with the Gordon Group. My specialty probably in where I live, Boston Square area, and Greenville, because that's kind of by my hometown, Lakeview, Michigan. So if you're north of here, I'd love to help you.
My name is Amanda Gordon. I am a buyer's agent and listing agent for the Gordon Group, and then I also do commercial. I specialize in the commercial aspect, doing startup businesses, mom and pop, local first. That's my favorite. I love to get in there and do the business planning to financials. And then for residential, I specialize in West Michigan, so about a 60-mile radius of Grand Rapids.
And our commercial business is really picking up.
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
So we started the commercial division of the Gordon Group because a lot of our clients didn't want to go outside the Gordon Group to get commercial help, and it's a different beast.
Mhm.
A residential realtor really shouldn't do commercial, and commercial realtor really shouldn't do residential unless you're experienced or have a mentor to teach you. It's not something you say, I'm licensed and I can just go do it.
Especially in commercial, it's so much more to learn, and it's more, you have a extensive time with your clients, and you
You do.
really need to know everything. So right now, it truly is a family business. My dad is mentoring me, just as my mom did with residential.
Right, right. And I will tell you, the contract is different.
Absolutely.
And where the residential contract, there's still negotiations, it's not anything near what you negotiate in commercial.
Well, we'll go, if you are interested in commercial, I'll go in more into detail, but yes, basically anything goes in commercial as long as it's in the contract. Residential, it's more.
There's buyer rights.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
Yeah,
So,
none of that in
yeah,
commercial.
so you really want a buyer's agent for your commercial property.
Perfect example. I have a chiropractor. Hi, Dr. Justin. I have Justin. This is Jason being here. I have a chiropractor, and he's over by D&W in Cascade on 28th Street. And he rented his space in there. One of his mentors told him to go get a buyer's agent. His lease agreement is 16 pages long. Everybody else that has rented in there other than D&W didn't have a buyer's agent. Their lease agreement is 60 pages long.
Mm-hmm.
His buyer agent took care of all the other stuff that shouldn't be, well, it's not that it shouldn't be there, but the landlord writes it for themselves,
But
right?
they protect the landlord.
Yeah, they
So-
have to protect themselves. It's someone like Amanda that has to go in and protect the buyer for the commercial. So we highly recommend
Or
it.
seller protecting from a buyer, giving, either way.
And y'all heard from Jason already, but he has been the Gordon Group preferred lender since day one.
Well,
So
and he's known me since I was 13.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess that's day one, yeah.
he knows a lot about it.
Only great things.
All good stuff.
And I am Michelle Gordon, the lead agent for the Gordon Group. I have been licensed since 2002, and then actually developed my team in 2008. And Amanda has been working with me ever since she's 13.
Mm-hmm.
And you are the preferred moving assistant person for the Gordon Group.
Thank you. I wanted to say that I was being adopted into the Gordon Group. Yeah, so Nicole Swart, I'm with Simply Moving Smarter, full service relocation. Anything from helping people downsize homes to moving entire households. We service all of Michigan and the entire United States if anybody's going to and from kind of the greater Grand Rapids, West Michigan area. We make sure that moving becomes a stress-free endeavor where if you don't want to lift a finger, you certainly don't have to. Packing, moving, unpacking, setting up TVs, hanging TVs, connecting Wi-Fi, programming remotes, making beds. We can do all those.
And if you're not a senior, they'll get a different truck that doesn't say Seniors Moving Smarter, right?
We do
Yeah.
that. We want
Yeah.
to make sure that nobody feels, like we're trying to preemptively age them. So Seniors Moving Smarter focuses on relocating seniors, and Simply Moving Smarter is for anybody else.
So anyway, today we are making, since there was so many hands and so many, they say, what's that saying, like too
Too many
many,
hands in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
too many cooks in the kitchen. So I never think there's too many cooks in the kitchen, but I just didn't know what to make that we could all have our hands busy and talk at the same time. And I remembered the 7-layer salad. Do you guys remember the 7-layer salad?
Mhm.
It was so unhealthy, but it was so freaking good. And, and we used to make it all the time. So I wanted to do not your grandmother's 7-layer salad, superfood salad. So everything that we have here today is from Meyer. Meyer is also local to Michigan. It is local first. We try to cook local first. And I went to go buy one of those trifold dishes. I don't know what you call them. I bet you have one. One of those square.
Right. Yeah.
So I ended up at Meyer, and they had these mason jars. Look at this. Is this not awesome?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to a cookout, you can make this salad, and you put it in here.
That's
And
a great hostess gift.
right, and then you can say, "Here's my hostess gift. Keep the mason jar, and you're done." So I just was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then while I was at Meyer, I bought this sweater and I bought these leggings, and so
She's out of control, people.
No self-control. I'm the same thing, Mike.
so Mark Miller is watching right now. Hi, Mark. Thank you for tuning in. So anyway, we're going to put everything in here. So everybody's going to cut up, and then we're going to pass it around. And when we pass it around to put your layer in, We're gonna squeeze a little lemon on it because that will keep it fresh. It will keep everything from turning color. The only thing is the avocado. We are going to put it in here and then make sure we cover it in olive oil and lemon because the avocado, you know, will turn brown quickly without its seed. And if you all have not already, make sure that you log on to your Facebook and share it to your page so all of your friends can also watch it too. So today we are going to talk about some situations that came up. So we've had a really good week so far, haven't we, Felicia?
Yes, we have.
We have had a really good week, and one of the things that has happened this week is we've had 2 buyers get accepted offers that have been looking forever. So one is Felicia's buyer and one is yours.
My buyer,
Your
yeah.
buyer. How long has your buyer been looking?
Almost a year. So she was actually referred to from my listing. She lived right next door. So it's in Georgetown, obviously, and well, not obviously, but yeah. So she's been my buyer for about a year, and I pride myself on not pressuring my clients just to buy. So we finally found the right condo for her.
Oh yeah. So the condo, it's over by Breton Village, and kind of like Breton Village. But I've never seen this condo. The condo is 3,100 square feet. It is the size of a house, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically it's an unfinished basement, which is great because she can build equity in the home if she wanted. But for her, she really wanted all the living space to be on the main level, which we got.
Yeah, so that was really cool. So I was really excited.
Great job.
And we were really excited. The funny thing is, in this market, everybody thinks there's going to be a frenzy. And we had another offer accepted just as Amanda did. And Amanda, I don't think you were competing with anybody, were you?
At first we were, but then kind of find out one agent didn't get back to them and then one said no.
Yeah, so everybody assumes there's going to be a frenzy and a lot of offers. And then, hi Kim. Kim just logged in. Kim Tucker just logged in. So everybody assumes there's going to be a frenzy. So we saw an offer our house come up on the market, Felicia and I, and we went out and looked at it the same day. All these other people didn't write on it because what the agent told me is all these other people didn't write on it because they thought there was going to be a multi-offer, and so they ended up only being 2 offers. I don't understand not writing. I don't understand saying.
I get it. It's because you're scared of the no. You're scared of the no, but you should never be scared of no.
Right. So Amanda, if I was a listing agent and I had a property that your clients wanted to write on, and I told you Monday 4 o'clock offers are due, when would you submit the offer?
Probably 3 p.m. on Monday.
And what would you do before you submitted the offer?
I would call to make sure, see how many offers we're competing against. Other than price, what's most important to their client? Because price doesn't always win. I've won homes where we are not even the second highest offer, and I still won the offer for my clients.
So what kind of things, Chad, what kind of things are important to a seller other than price?
Time to move is important.
That is also important. How about, is cash sometimes better than a loan?
Yes.
Do you think so? Do you think there's, maybe if everybody was getting a loan, do you think the amount down, like the earnest money makes it different and the amount down is different again? So it's probably the whole big picture, right? The whole big picture is important to the offer. And so
I think what also is really important is the amount of the earnest check. People just think 1%. It's common, the most common thing in West Michigan, but really your earnest money shows the seller how serious you are about purchasing this home.
that's actually very, very true. It's very true because it's not so easy to walk away. It means that you're serious about the house. And Rick Dottie is watching. I don't know if I know Rick, but thanks Rick for checking in. I appreciate it. Stay with us. And Blair from AK Ricks is watching. Hey Blair.
I'm gonna come visit you soon.
We need a new outfit, Blair.
She just sold another house. Right.
So we also, accepted an offer on a condo. I was waiting for Sana to get here, but it's her own personal house, and
The one in Granville.
I'm sorry.
The one in Granville?
Yeah, the
I
one in
saw
Granville.
that sold, yeah.
And the agent called because they had to make the offer contingent, and he was worried that we wouldn't like the contingent offer. Now, Nick, you're brand new, but I'm going to test your skills. What does it mean when an offer is contingent?
So long as something's contingent on the sale of the home. So whether they sell their house in time or
That's right.
They have to sell their house before they can purchase something
The
else.
lemon over there, please.
yeah.
So they need. So I am never scared. Amanda and I always list together. We are not scared to take a contingent offer. So many times we hear people say that they won't take a contingent offer. They want to take one that's not contingent. I feel like a contingent offer, depending on how the offer is written, can sometimes be the stronger offer. Because the one that doesn't have anything to sell and has nothing to lose, I think it's easier for them to walk away. I think it's easier for them to walk away. I think it's easier for them to say, you know what, I won the offer, now I went through inspections, it's not really what I wanted. The people that make the house contingent, they had to put their house on the market, they're focusing on getting their house sold. They have a buyer ready for their house. It's hard to walk away from that offer. Now, what I'm doing is every layer I'm putting a little squeeze of lemon. And I'm putting a little squeeze of lemon because lemon can be considered like a preservative, right? So I want to make sure that I put that on there. And also I want to make sure that our layers are color friendly. So I don't want to put like cucumbers on top of the lettuce. I want contrasting colors. So your beets would go
I
next.
go beets.
Yes, your beets would go next.
Turn up the beat.
I would think
I'm cheating and eating a couple cucumbers.
Go right ahead. Eat all you want. I have a feeling we're going to have leftovers anyway.
I'm gonna put yellow on top of this
You're
one.
gonna put yellow on top of that one. So yellow is a good, nice contrast. And you want the layer, you want to push out to the sides, and you want the layer to be thick enough so you see it. So I was watching a lot of videos, and they were doing the 7-layer salad type thing, but they weren't making it so you could see the layers. And that's what makes it exciting and fun, right? So, so those are some interesting.
Crazy, you scoop in there.
That hand motion looked a little different there.
What?
Have you looked like you're doing more than scooping? You look like you were giving them the finger.
Oh.
Sometimes she has done that before.
I don't know if anybody can see, but you can tell I don't cook. I was trying to throw stuff away and I'm like holding this knife out here.
Should I be standing by you?
Probably not,
Be
but
on alert.
What interesting meals have you had this week?
Well, you know, I had a very similar instance to Amanda's. I had a client who's been looking since last summer. She missed out on 22 houses that she put offers in on.
22?
22.
That's more than any I've seen.
I think that's
And
more than.
Hi, Jessica.
It was challenging, to say the least, but we closed today on a house for her. So that
Oh my
was
gosh, congratulations.
very sweet young girl. Yeah, very happy that took
Yes.
place today.
So how, did she cry at closing?
You know, she was hungover.
well,
She did a little celebrating last night about the house coming up, so she was pretty monotone, but she was, you know, I came with a cake, and she, I don't think she cried, but she was very, very happy, you could tell, and big grin on her face, and
Aww.
yeah, so it was really cool, really cool.
So now she just needs her mover and then she's all set.
Exactly.
So, you know what, let's get a little red on yours. That's
You know, it's
okay.
funny that you bring that up about the mover, because with what you guys are saying about different contingencies and ways to write the offer, the reason she won this offer is she gave the seller 60 days after close.
Red
So, okay, so time after close is a big deal because the seller sometimes doesn't know where they're going.
Right.
So let's talk about that time frame. Most people are closing 30 days now. Like I used to say 38 to 45 days, but it's
Nothing.
Nothing. No, what I was going to say is 30 days, and I'm getting contracts for 15 days.
oh,
People are getting
come on.
so ridiculously
I
aggressive.
just had a girlfriend sell a house in Kalamazoo. It's a 5,600 square foot house. This is her house she's selling, and they wanted possession at close.
Yeah.
She's like, where do I go. And you know, if closing gets pushed back, she's got a whole family to relocate.
Yeah, yeah.
And this gentleman had actually wrote an offer on her house a year ago and backed out
Because he couldn't have
because he
possession of
didn't have
clothes.
exactly what he wanted. And
So just so you know, in West Michigan, Grand Rapids is the only time you get possession after close. Anywhere else in the United States, it's possession at close.
Yeah, all of our realtor
Really?
friends in different
Yes.
states say they've never heard of possession after close.
Yeah.
All over
It's
the
unheard
This is
of.
in Michigan was
So-
West Michigan, not even like Detroit doesn't have possession.
Lansing doesn't even do it.
because technically they own the house, right? So they're
Technically, you become a tenant in your own home.
right. So
You have tenant rights at that point.
So what happens if you, okay, so let me tell you about the perfect scenario. Possession at close, the buyer walks through the house an hour before closing. They see that nothing got destroyed during the move. There's no holes in the wall. They are completely out of the house. The house is clean. It's move-in because the contract is supposed to be broom cleaned, right? So it's clean. And then they close, they hand over the keys, and they can move in their house. Let's talk about last year, our worst case scenario. Possession after close, and the seller decided that they didn't want to move anymore. And because they were so upset about it, not only did they become a squatter, they put holes in the walls and they let their dogs do their business in the house because they were so upset. So your friend is going, where do I go? But look at what could happen.
that's true. I totally get
And
that.
she would never do that. I know you wouldn't do that. You're a friend of hers. I know you wouldn't do that. But Derek Allen's watching. Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
And Tina Emmert is watching. Hi, guys. Ask any questions. And some of you guys are realtors, so Jason's here if you want to ask him any questions. You tuned in late, so if you want to know about rates or anything, you want to. What are the rates right now?
The national average for a 30-year fix is 4.75 right now. So they're trending. They've been predicting a 5% market come summer, fall, all year. I think we'll get there. But there's been kind of a stabilization with the rates, so we're sticking in the high fours.
Oh, okay. So that's not bad.
No,
No, that's not bad at all. When I first started, we were lingering the sixes. That's when I first
started, it
started.
was 7.5.
Yeah, well, when Mike and I bought our house, my husband, we got a 9%, but most people were getting 11%. It's just that we had really good credit, so they were a lot more flexible with the rate back then too.
Yeah, they had more power now.
They had more power, so I mean, no one would get a 2% off their rate just because of the credit anymore. Back then, if you had really good credit and you didn't have any bills, they'd be like, oh yeah, well, and that's what happened back then. So, back when we were still eating the unhealthy 7-layer salad.
Back in the day.
Okay, so we're gonna stop halfway after you do yours, and we're gonna add a little balsamic and a little, because I want the oil to go halfway, and then I want it to go at the top. So turmeric. I love turmeric. I don't know. Do you guys know what turmeric is? So I love turmeric. So we're gonna put that in there. So, huh?
It's amazing on chicken too.
Oh, I you know what? I just put it by the oven and just put it on everything. The other thing that is really, really good, especially for you vegans, is nutritional yeast. All right, so it's a way to add like a nutty butter flavor to people that don't have that. Now, this recipe is not going to have cheese just because I'm vegan, and the people that can eat real cheese don't want vegan cheese, and I do want real cheese, but I have to eat vegan cheese. So we'll serve this salad with the cheeses on the side, and then people will top off their salad. But you should put a layer of cheese in it. Yeah, you should put a layer of it. So now everybody knows that avocado is the new superfood, right? So we've been cooking a lot with avocado, but what I like about this is that it's really good at high temperatures. So you can saute with it. It's like very, very good at high temperatures. So Chad and Nick, you guys are new with the Gordon Group.
Where'd you find these guys?
Well,
Just off the street.
I strolled in drunk.
they were one of the guys with the sign that said "Work for Food."
Oh,
Feed them.
I strolled in drunk and caused a mess.
So
Killed it at the interview though.
our interview process process, if, truth be told, is you have to interview with Amanda first because she doesn't like a lot of people.
She is nice.
I'm just very picky about what I
I'm
let in
teasing
our
her.
family.
She's very picky. So
Yeah, I've got a
you will
funny story
know
about
that
that too.
if Chad and Nick made it in, that's because they have special qualities.
Yes.
They have really special, we joke, but that's why, because they have very, I want to put some donut in more to this.
Well, in a funny part about joining or at least the
Yes.
interview process, Amanda told me immediately I was in because I have a potty mouth
Yes.
and I cussed in the interview, and that was
Who was the
That
that was
Game
enough to
over.
get Amanda
Yeah.
to say, all right, he's not that terrible.
Yeah.
So what is some of your aha moments? What did you learn about real estate that you didn't know?
For me,
Yeah.
it's, and I think this applies to really any professional situation. A lot of it is not being afraid to say I don't know, but always offering a way to be able to help that person, finding that resource. It's okay to mess up, just make sure you learn from it. A lot of it is just really simple stuff, but for somebody like me, I hate to make mistakes. I hate upsetting anybody, but what I'm learning really, really quick is it's not encouraged to go and mess up, but if you do, you have somebody like Michelle or Amanda to kind of
Get you back on track.
We
Yeah.
fail fast, isn't that right?
yeah,
We
and,
fail
and
fast,
I mean
we
this in
figure
the
it
most
out, we move
endearing way, but
forward.
they kind of
Yes.
kick your ass into shape really quick.
Honestly, everyone fails. It's just how you deal with it shows your
Mhm.
character and how you work, your work ethic.
It's true. When you make a mistake, everybody can be all happy-go-lucky when everything's going right, right? It's easy to be like a superhero when everything's going right. It's one of the reasons why I stay with you. So one of the, because not everything does go right all the time. And Jason's communication increases when it doesn't go right. He talks to us more often. He lets us know what's happening.
He'll pick up my phone call at 9 p.m. at night.
It's true though.
I don't want to get that.
We
little
have, we have lenders, if a deal's getting difficult or getting hard, they
It's
start to avoid our
They become
phone
an
calls.
ostrich.
Yeah,
Hide the head in the sand.
they do,
Yeah.
and that's the worst thing you could possibly do. And it's so frustrating because we just, everybody is like on edge, and if we can just say, hey, we know that you're waiting for the pre-approval, we're still going through this, like, it's when we don't hear from you, we think you've given up on us. We think you've stopped working on it. So even if you would just call and say, just checked, not available yet, I'll be in touch with you in the morning, and then be in touch with us in the morning. And I have to tell you, you excel at that.
Well, I just think it's important. A lot of people say in some professions, no news is good news, and that is not this profession, because if you
No.
hear from people, you start to think the worst.
Right.
It's a very stressful process for the client in particular. So yeah, we try to over-communicate if we can.
Yeah. And there's a lot of moving parts in our industry, so you're normally working with like a whole handful of people to get one thing done. So everybody has
Those
to
are
be
hot,
talking.
so only half in one, half in the other.
Oh, and the last thing too, for me, I've never been the most time organized person. I usually try to show up unfashionably early to everything, but what I'm learning a lot with this team is every single thing you do goes in a calendar. It's crazy how much my life has already changed in the past week and a half since I started doing that. I used to think I was so tired and stuff all day and blah 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 whatever, and now everything's organized. Like, I'm excited to go to the next thing.
You have more time in your day, don't you?
Yeah, you really do, and I'm getting a lot more out of my days, which is way cool.
And you're learning how to say no to things that don't lead you to your goal, right?
Yep.
So you are learning to do that
Yes,
too,
I
aren't
am.
you?
As I love to say yes to people. I love helping people. I love being there for people, but you can't always
Doesn't have that
help
pretty
people,
red there.
especially with moving. I've got a new best friend, and so I don't have to help you move anymore. Yes, thank you. Yes. So no more when you ask. I'm like, I got a new phone number.
I do, so I feel like I got adopted by the Gordons, and I got a new best friend out of today. Today is a good day. Look
Exactly.
at my calendar.
So I'm not your best friend anymore.
JK, it's a
Who are
meeting
you?
actually. We're gonna go swear together.
Yes.
watching. Hey, Nathan.
Hi, Nate.
How you doing?
Nate is how
He
I
did
met
happy
Gordon.
faces. So Nate Jean is our website extraordinaire. He's done the Gordon Group website. He's getting ready to do the Distinctive Homes makeover, and he also developed our home buying. Don't cry.
That's very
I know.
emotional.
You're going too
Amanda,
slow.
where-
I know. I
Faster.
don't know.
Come on.
You gotta feel
Pick it up. Where are the
I know, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I cut onions at my house, because I have the same reaction, it's really bad, I wear my ski goggles.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah, I do not envy you right now, Jason.
Do you think we should cook next week in costume? I feel like it would just
That'd be
great.
so fun.
What are we cooking?
In costume.
In costume.
Costume, like a Halloween costume?
I just
Yeah.
feel like if we at least had goggles on or something, it would just be
Well, I mean, I have
What will
like
we
a
get
sparkly
dressed up
mask.
as?
I need chef's hats.
We'll think of a theme.
So,
We'll think
yeah.
of a theme.
Yeah.
We would have to be like our
Comment
alter
themes
ego.
in the comment themes in the comments.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We want to see.
Yeah.
Let us
I
know
I would
what
feel cool in
theme
your
we
dress.
need to get dressed up
Yeah.
for.
What if we
Yes,
each dress up as different variations of Michelle?
Oh.
Ooh.
I look beautiful.
So what do you mean, like menopause?
I know. I'm gonna do 6 a.m. before morning coffee, Michelle.
That
Right,
means
there-
you
there's
can't
no-
talk
yeah,
about
you
it. You can't
I
talk
didn't
about
think there was
it.
such
I got
a
my
thing
mom.
as 6 a.m.
I got my
There
mom's
is a
shirt
six
at 6 and it's
a.m.
still hot.
Yeah,
It
when
just
it's in
comes
bed
in
still?
flashes,
Yeah,
you know?
no,
Oh, I
wow.
love
Oh,
that.
man, she smacks me,
usually
but
Oh,
she wears it all the
I'm
time.
just testing now.
No, you're one of the few
Love
people I
that.
text early in the morning. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, she texts right back.
No, I'm up. I don't text you guys, but I'm texting
I'll give you
Alicia
some red
and
over here.
Amanda.
Oh yeah, we need
Let
some.
me give some beats here.
Yeah, I wake up and my whole phone screen's full. I'm like, oh, she was up early working. I guess I got my day laid out for me.
No, I think there's probably a smarter way I could have cut these.
You're doing just fine.
I'm trying.
Not just you're doing just fine. You haven't cut your finger yet.
Why did you say that? Now I'm going
We
to-
are pretty full, so
Yes.
we're almost done. And I think these are. We're not using those. Those are for me later.
Oh.
These I got at Meyer, and they're called Enjoya. So it's Enjoy with an A at the end,
Okay.
and they're Enjoya peppers. And I think they crossed pollen the red with the orange.
No, so
What
the
is it?
no, I thought when peppers when they grow, so red is the least sweet, and then it turns to like, or it goes yellow,
Which one is
orange,
Something
red, and then green. So I thought just the yellow turns into a green. It just depends how long it's on the
this part?
vine for.
Will you chop those up like really small?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So let's talk a little bit about the food that we have. Sorry.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Shut it.
He's looking at you.
I don't know what to say about
28
that
years,
anymore.
I'm used to it. 28 years. It's all good.
I don't know what else to say about the pepper and sweet. Sorry. I was thinking right over that one.
Cucumbers are my absolute favorite.
So, oh my gosh. So anyway, you need to read our book, or my book, about working with my daughter. It's this comical.
The prologue
know.
is the best. I was going to write my book with my daughter, but we got in a fight.
Volume 2 is coming.
She's gonna write herself. So right now you can't get my book on Amazon, and I will post a link in the comments as well. So, but this is why I don't know what else to say about the pepper. So that's it. But I want to talk about why these are all superfoods. All right, so the peppers help with weight loss. All these things, believe it or not, encourage weight loss. Did you know that eating hot, spicy things speeds up your metabolism and it helps the weight loss? The cucumber is full of water, so you want a lot of water in your system, so that encourages
It's a
weight
negative
loss.
calorie. You gotta have
Yeah,
negative
it
calories.
is a negative calorie. The beet gives you energy, and it's like a super food, and so that's really good. The oil in the avocado is very
good
good for you.
fats.
It's good fats because you want fat, right?
Yeah.
Don't not eat fat. So you want the fat. So is there? We want to top off. Is there
Want this
anything
on
that you half on there and half on here?
Yes, ma'am.
I got a whole bunch of yellow
So.
as well.
I'll take a little choppy up here.
Okay, you need the yellow. I knew we were missing something, and then everybody needs a cucumber.
What?
Or no? Does everybody need a cucumber?
We've
Everyone
got
has
a couple
cucumbers
layers
in
already,
there.
but we do a little bit yellow, and then maybe we'll
Top it off with some cubes.
And then we're gonna top it off with the spice
Some cubes.
over there.
Restaurant business, that's what
Yep.
we're called.
Cubes.
In
Ooh,
jalapenos.
that's some
86
skill.
cubes. Yeah.
Well, I'm
One
from the
less
70s,
layer
we call
of that
mushroom
yellow.
shrooms, so I don't know.
Favorite kind of shroom?
Yeah. Had nothing to do with the restaurant business.
That's the shop.
So, Tara's watching. Hi, Tara. So, anyway, there's half of this one and then half over here. So, this is the 7-layer salad that you can take to a party or you can put in your refrigerator. It's actually going to be at JH Realty tomorrow if you want to stop in and eat salad with us. We're going to have it at our team meeting tomorrow. Day. And I think this is really good. So we're going to be doing summer foods. But I just want to talk real estate one more time. If you could give buyers one tip, one advice, what would it be?
Well, this is something that is stressed all the time, but location is key. So if you think you want to buy, figure out your location because you can always change the house, but you can't change where you're at.
Oh, that's such a
Something
good
you
advice.
Really
always
good
taught
advice.
me.
Your number one aha in real estate that you're going to pass on to all of your buyers.
It's okay to say no. Oh, that I'm gonna pass on to all my buyers.
Mm-hmm. I think it's okay to say no.
Yeah, it's okay to
Don't
say
put an
no.
offer on a home that you don't love just because you don't think you're going to find something. So I think it's still okay to say no.
And it's okay to say I don't know, but I will find the answer.
That is true. That is true. The one thing that you're going to tell your buyers.
The one thing I'm gonna tell, obviously location, don't put an offer until you're ready. Don't give up. Like just
Thank
keep
you.
looking.
Yes.
Don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
I am willing to go anytime, any day.
Yes.
If you're willing. Just
And it will
go.
happen.
Yeah.
We're pretty positive.
Yeah.
How long were you working with your condo client?
A year.
How long have we been working with our client? Like 3
Well, our
months?
2 clients we've been
Yeah.
working with, and we've seen a ton of homes and lost some offers, but every time we lose, something better comes up.
It
So
really
it's just
does.
keeping the morale high and
Every
keeping them
single
encouraged.
time they said this house is better than the one that we put an offer on.
Yep.
So if you didn't win the offer, it's because it's not your house. Your house is coming. One thing you tell sellers, your commercial sellers.
Once you choose your realtor, transparency of information is key.
Ah, there we go. One thing you can pass along as a lender.
Get a real pre-approval.
Yes.
Should we go to a bank?
Not a rocket one?
Not one that you can fly in a ship. No, it's just a real pre-approval means you actually had your credit pulled and gave them some information.
Give them your pay stubs.
W-2s, bank statements.
Just because you have a good credit doesn't mean you can buy a
If you
house.
pay child support, you told your lender, just those kind of things.
Yes, all those things. The one thing I could tell sellers of homes is staging does matter, and even in this market, price does matter. We're seeing as many reductions as we are solds right now. So make sure you price it right so you don't sell it for less than what you normally would have. And for people that are moving, you have advice?
Moving does not have to be stressful, and don't let moving be a barrier to you getting what you want when you want it, because there are people like us who will do the hard work for you, and surprisingly, people always tell us this was so affordable.
So, and Will is behind the camera,
Yeah.
and we thank Will, and sometimes you'll have a Will spotting, but not today. And every once in a while he's at the camera.